I'm getting paid double time to play Vampire Survivors on my phone right now. I'm on my 38th consecutive day worked. If you work 7 days, you have to be paid double time on Sunday as per my contract. I have done nothing in the past 2 days. I can't even ask my manager or supervisor if I can leave early as they locked themselves in their office and are out cold. My work loves to drag people for calling in but has no problem pissing money away for no reason. For a second I thought this was gonna be an ad for a gambling vampire game. I say if they wanna piss away their money, let them. In fact, grab a bucket and get comfortable. It ought to be too expensive for companies to force people in past a sensible, healthy work-life balance. I've always thought overtime pay laws aren't nearly punitive enough for the business owners. Time and a half for OT in a 6th consecutive day isn't enough of a deterrent. Nor is double time for a 7th consecutive day. Then the worst part of all. The worker is back to straight pay for consecutive days 8-12. What utter bullshit. It should continue to be the 7th day pay in perpetuity until the worker is given 2 consecutive days off. At the very least. Vampire Survivors developers are very confused as to why there's a spike in downloads today. Your manager and supervisor are unconscious? Where do you work and what the hell is going on there? I had a security job when I was a teenager. My only duty was walking around a parking lot once an hour. The rest of the time I sat in my car reading. Absolutely loved it. Got through so many books. What are your favorite evolved weapons? I love Queen Sigmas. That galaxy animation is awesome. That used to happen to me. A manager would be so paranoid about being understaffed that he'd bring us all in to do nothing but watch Netflix on our phones at time and a half. I'm being paid double time right now to read about you being paid double time to play Vampire Survivors. Companies be big dumb. There is VS on mobile? Congratulations my friend. Milk it for all it's worth. Shit. Maybe use the time to start reading that book you never have time for. Or to start that online class that always interested you. Get paid to pursue your hobbies and interests. Lord knows there are CEOs that make far more for lots less. My boss regretted not bringing his PSP Switch to our last account for a city's parks department. I did not forget mine. I wish this is what happened with my job. I am on 100 of the time and I hate it. It is killing me. I'm super happy for you that you're paid for playing games though. I laid around almost all day some days when my boss was in the mood. He didn't assign work for me for a total 2 months because he wanted to prove something. I came and stayed on my phone. Then I came and punched in and realized he doesn't really care, so I went to breakfast and lunch and shopping during hours. When he finally gave me something to do, I've came on weekends and they had to pay me overtime. It was fun. We hate each other deeply. My whole shift at work is mostly playing video games on my Steam Deck. I'm so jealous of people that complain about getting paid to post on Reddit. I was working a contract where if you worked on a holiday or the weekend, that's part of a holiday. You got double time. I worked second shift, so no big deal on the holidays. Just kinda hard to get moving after big meals lol. I would go in, log into the personal use Wi-Fi we had, boot up my work PC and played World of Warcraft the entire shift. I used to hate having a job that pays you to sit on your ass in case they think of something for you to do. 40 years of being overworked, underpaid, and micromanaged has made me change my view about this. Maybe I need to get a job as a night watchman. Feel like learning to draw? Or any relatively quiet skill tbh. This is the perfect opportunity if you get bored of Vampire Survivors. Are they hiring? Asking for a friend. I feel like this is a hidden ad for vampire survivors. After years of on and off doing nothing, I finally left for a job with a raise and paid bennies, and now my days are full and active. I blink and they go by. Considering how many people were working at Twitter purely for the purpose of not working for the competition, I wouldn't feel bad at all. Consider how much those elites make and how little of the consequences they absorb. This just shows you how much labor costs to their profits. It hecking doesn't. Soak it up. Enjoy the movie time. Is this some backhanded ad for the game? It got me. Have a plan for that money, make it count. Now you got me interested in a game to play while I am bored at work lol. Can it sync with Steam? I love that game. Remember to exercise and eat healthy too, please. It's a weird feeling. 5 years ago it was my dream, but it gets old quick. The problem is that we bounce between uncomfortably, persistently behind levels of busy in the summer, and fourth workday in a row with 0 tasks for the day and all the cleaning repair upkeep having been done for even longer stretches of nothing. I'll take the latter over the former, but man, I wish there was a sustained Goldilocks zone of work, flow of time, and stress. Sounds like it's time to get a Steam Deck. 38th consecutive day worked, bruh. Aren't you worried about your phone overheating? I had a manufacturing job that for almost 7 years never had more than 2 hours worth of work, and the carousel of supervisors didn't know what to do with me, so I was told to 6S my area, which for those who don't know means to just clean up. I worked on a laser welder in a confinement booth with one little window. I sit behind it, out of sight, and read. I calculated that in the 7 years I worked there I was paid over $150,000 to just read. Yeah, sometimes companies are super weird about people calling out, but at the same time piss money away like a racehorse when it comes to having workers come in to do absolutely nothing at all. STFU and enjoy easy coins, because you'll miss it dearly when it's over. Audiobook is your friend. I have over 1,000 hours on Stardew Valley, only play it at work the past 18 months. Get a Steam Deck. Vampire Survivors on mobile kinda sucks. How do you get past the 30-minute mark in Vampire Survivor? Do some learning. Get paid to get paid cool flying money. Hopefully you're investing all the double time pay and some, because then you'll be able to retire sooner and not work. Use the extra time and money to get a degree. Boom. I got paid to hang out on my phone or sleep in an office for a few hours during 12-hour swing shifts. Was agony personally. I would have much rather been working at home or with my friends. I got paid $32 an hour to spend the night filling up helium balloons for some dumb employee spirit thing once. My buddy and I couldn't stop cracking jokes about it all night. Munchkin voice. Yo ladies and gentlemen, we didn't have the budget to spend an extra $200 on your appreciation day. So instead we spent $650 to make a few schmucks goof off all night. No worries though, because it's not like they were going to do anything productive anyhow. Seriously though, on a 312 overnight shift I probably worked for the first 3-4 hours and maybe the last 30 minutes. Then everything in between was 1 or 2 interactions per hour. If you get tired of it, try Holocure. It's a free game that is heavily influenced by Vampire Survivors. You can spend forever maxing out every character's fandom and fishing at the house, earning money to max out your workers.